You ever had a dream where you're trying to get somewhere, but no matter what you do, you just can't get there, like you're running, but the destination keeps moving further away? Yeah, that's basically this book, but instead of a dream, it's a novel. A novel that mentally drained me to the point where I told myself, no more Kafka this year. And yet, here we are. Meet K. Just K. No full name, no backstory, just K. He arrives at this random village, cold and tired, and all he wants is a place to stay. Simple, right? Wrong. He's told that the entire village is owned by a mysterious castle, and if he wants to stay the night, he needs permission from Count West-West. Yes, West-West. Because why have a normal name when you can sound like a broken compass? But K isn't just a wandering traveler, he's a surveyor. Or at least he says he is. The castle apparently hired him, but no one seems to have any actual proof of this. And so begins his absurd quest to get into the castle, to meet someone in charge, to confirm his job, and basically to figure out what the heck is going on. Spoiler alert, he never gets there. Kay tries to visit the castle the next day, but surprise, bureaucracy exists. Instead of heading straight in, he gets redirected to the village mayor. The mayor, who looks as confused as we are, tells Kay that his hiring was probably a mistake. But to make up for the inconvenience, he offers Kay a job as a janitor. Because apparently going from surveyor to janitor is a normal career shift in this village. Kay is understandably annoyed, but then comes Frida, a barmaid who also happens to be, wait for it, the mistress of a high-ranking castle official named Clam. And guess what? She falls for Kay immediately, because nothing says romance like bureaucratic frustration. They get together, and suddenly Kay is living at the school with two weird assistants named Artur and Artur. No, that's not a typo. They're both named Artur, because why not confuse things even more? Kay keeps trying to reach Clam, but every time he gets close, something bizarre happens. The villagers, by the way, think Kay is insane for even trying. They have absolute faith in the castle's authority, even though none of them actually understand how it works. It's like a government hotline that keeps transferring you to different departments until you give up. Kay meets Barnabas, a messenger who supposedly has a connection to the castle. Barnabas introduces him to his sister Olga, who explains that their family is shunned because of some scandal. But honestly, at this point, Kay is dealing with so much nonsense that he barely reacts. And then, the book just ends. No resolution, no final answer. Just Kafka saying, "That's enough suffering for now."
What just happened?
And that, my friends, is The Castle by Franz Kafka. A book that plays with your mind, tests your patience, and makes you question why you started reading it in the first place. But somehow, you can't stop.
Mesmerizing.
This book is like real life. How many of us actually achieve our dreams? How many of us keep pushing forward only to find more roadblocks? And even when we succeed, do we just start chasing something else? Kafka understood the frustration of the human experience and wrapped it up in this endless loop of absurdity. One thing I noticed is that even though things seem random in the book, they're actually not. Everything is determined. The mayor knew Kay was coming. The castle knew he would call. It's almost as if everything was already set in motion and Kay was just following a script. I won't lie, this book drained me. But I also enjoyed it, in a weird, existential way. Would I read it again? Not anytime soon. Would I recommend it? Only if you're mentally prepared. But if you like books that make you think and suffer, this one's for you. Link to grab a copy is in the description. And that's it for today. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever read Kafka? Did this book break your brain too? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more book discussions. See you in the next one.